I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. No second guess it, I let it set in. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. Jimmer, Rio, and myself, Danny G, sitting here tonight. We were going to kick this bad boy off with an interview with Sean McPadden, but he had some other obligations he had to take care of, so we're going to reschedule that. He probably had 10 minutes available, but that's just not enough light to shine on this guy.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, not just not enough. We haven't had an interview that has been under a half hour, I think, yet.
Yeah, I think half hour is the shortest.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close. So 10 minutes, I'm like, yeah, we would tell him yes. It is going to be 10 minutes. Right. It's kind of like when you say you're going to give her the best half hour of her life, and it lasts like 2 minutes.
Right.
Flip-flop.
Right, and that's with sandwich time in between.
Right, that's what cuddle time too, right?
You got to do something to extend that time a little bit. Let me take a break, get something to eat. We're going to count this time, though.
Right.
Okay?
This all counts.
Yeah,
Sip
no
of
doubt.
water, right? You like food, so that's foreplay, right?
Yeah.
Afterplay, I don't know.
Definitely Cheetos.
Yeah. Yep, Cheetos. Crush it on my face.
Dude, shit, Cheetos, crying back.
At least it wasn't hot Cheetos, I guess.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. Pleasure and pain. Tasty pain.
Mm-hmm.
It was enough to where the dude kept it up. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, so
It
what's
struck
this say
something.
about him, actually?
Right.
Like, she jarred something loose.
Yeah, you can blame it on the girl
Something,
all you want.
yeah, all you want.
It was
So it was inside of you. And I'm not talking about just the Cheeto inside of him. I was talking about this was bound deep down inside, because all she did was unlock something. If you're able to go back and do it and you have it like that, there isn't just one good experience where you're like, fuck, I need to keep doing that. No, it was deep down in you. You kind of thought about this in some form or facet. He was just shocked the first time a Cheeto went up his ass.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where it's like, oh, shit, we're there. This isn't like a warm-up.
Right.
Yeah.
Now he can't walk past like the vegetable aisle without creaming his pants a little bit.
Ow.
Grocery store is foreplay? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Grocery store is foreplay for him.
Look at that carrot.
Hey, babe, I've got a trip for us before we come back home and cash in for the night. Okay, where are we going, babe?
The
We're going
grocery store.
We're going to Whole Foods tonight.
She's like,
she's
like, not again. Jesus, This
Right?
is 3 times today.
Jesus, how many eggplants do you need?
no shit. Man, all right. The other no laptop part of the crew here. You're probably happy since you're not using an Apple, actually.
Yeah,
so.
actually, except for the screen small. Besides that, so, yeah, it shouldn't be a story, but I'm going to tell it as a story. Get in my vehicle. Ever since I moved a little bit further away, my timing has been fucking like off or like drag feet, because I never am at home unless I'm sleeping. So I try to enjoy the house for an extra minute or two or something, but I keep pushing it. Well, today I walk out and we had the pup and the dog out. We had the pup who I told you keeps doing its shit and stuff inside. So we blocked up the doorways or the stairways so that she couldn't go downstairs, because she likes to do that, like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we keep her upstairs. Well, we have something wedged on the main stairwell, like so that she can't get down. And so Leah's like, "You take the back stairwell case down, because we just have like a box or something in the way." I'm like, "Okay." So I go down there, threw my whole rhythm out. Like, I'm a rhythm guy. Like, everything is in a pattern or whatever. Everything. My keys are in certain spots.
Routine.
Very
routine. Yeah.
I usually come down the main stairs there, and then I go into the man cave and I grab my computer and stuff from there. Well, I went down the spiral staircase in the back and didn't think anything about it. Walked right out the door. Didn't notice till I got here in town in Casey's. And it was about 10 till. I'm like, well, can't drive all the way back there and back. So now we are rocking with a smartphone.
Beautiful.
Love technology, baby.
Well, what does that smartphone say, man? What's going on?
Let's see. Andrew Wiggins, huge double-double effort in Game 5, puts the Warriors on the verge of another NBA title, finishing with 26 points and 13 rebounds. Steph Curry's NBA best run of 233 games with a made 3 ends, finishing 0 for 9 from 3 and 16 points.
Yeah, balling out, Andrew Wiggins. It almost seems like Boston's defense is so content, hell-bent on stopping Steph that they forget about some of the few other guys that are on that team. So, I don't know. Now you got to win 2 in a row.
Yeah, Jason Tatum had a good game finally. He had to. He's been shooting terrible this finals. Steph didn't play great, but they were still able to get it done. They had a lot of help. Wiggins has been huge the last 2 games. Like I told you before, he had some Dennis Rodman rebound numbers the game before, along with 14 points. Another big game there. He's playing defense really well too. But I don't know, Golden State, from Kerr to the players, they're saying they're going to Boston, and that's going to be the last game of the series. So I don't know if that's bulletin board material for Boston or not, but they're pretty confident.
First thing I thought of here is Andre Iguodala's back in the form of Andrew Wiggins, so your boy's going to get screwed out of a MVP Finals again. Laying an egg.
Yeah, not if he continuously lays eggs.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it just one bad game?
He's had average games, a blow-up game of 43.
Yeah,
He's
43
averaging 30 a
points.
game, though. I mean, he's averaging 30 a game.
Well,
and
the 30 a game as of right now?
Yeah, with that game.
Okay, so with 16. So 43 also helped take that up to 30?
Well, yeah.
Every point.
Right, so I'm saying like
yeah.
24, 25, but didn't he outscore Andre Iguodala also?
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the door is open for that, especially when ESPN is blowing Andrew Wiggins up.
Yeah.
Every time he has a decent or very good game, right?
Yeah.
He's blowing him up, and he's actually balled out this year. So yeah, he could definitely get not stolen, but just
he get
pulled off
robbed.
him.
I think he get robbed from him again because of
How
this
nuts
type
would
of
that
game
be?
right now. That's what I'm saying. They get it again from another wing player.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to carry this. I can't bring anyone to the finals with me, and I got to carry it and actually win it and do good every single game to win an NBA Finals MVP. Oh, that's LeBron. Weird.
It's crazy, man. And to think about, he hasn't.
I just don't think that he gets crucified enough for when he does take a bad game. LeBron takes that bad game, they lose. He takes that bad game in the finals, they lose. Curry takes that bad game, and they still won.
Yeah, but I do agree with that. I also think, though, it's a lot of saying, oh, LeBron led this team all year, so I think that maybe that's why he gets more of it. You know, Curry gets some help, it seems like.
Yeah, but
and it almost seems like Bron, they're like, he's doing it by himself. So then when he does have that bad game, he's like, it falls on him more. You know what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying.
Just because Curry has had a lot of help.
But they've been doing that for Curry this year, too. Because he was in the heavy MVP conversation, early to mid part of the season, right? They were talking about him, and this is him carrying this team, too, because Klay wasn't back fully healthy. Or
He's still not.
Exactly, but look how long it took for him to even produce a good night for Golden State throughout the season, right? And then Draymond is whatever Draymond, but Jordan Poole was a nice story along the season. I mean, he had some damn good games, but it was still Steph Curry. But you still don't hear anyone slandering him or beating him down for having a bad game. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, but ultimately you also won. That means you also had the pieces that could carry you when you had a bad night, and then no one's beating you up for it.
Yeah, Steph never really gets beat up for anything.
No.
But
let's be honest, Bron's going to go down as the GOAT, right? One of the GOATs up there, top 2 players ever to play. So he's also going to get it because of that, too.
Yeah,
the haters.
If it's KD, if it's Giannis, it doesn't matter who it is. They don't get beat up like LeBron. Nobody does, right?
No. The only thing KD gets beat up about is self-induced, like burner accounts and shit like that, and making comments when he probably shouldn't. Like, because he gets in battles with like the everyday dudes like us, like on Twitter and shit.
Right.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
I'm like, you do realize you made their day. You made that person's day just by commenting back, right?
Yep.
You fed into that. I gotta find. How come we haven't been hitting him up? We say a lot of rude shit.
Yeah, you do. Yes.
Goddamn 3 Gig Sports Podcast. Come out of his mouth.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, got underneath his feathers. We won. We win.
We won.
Record-breaking Michael Jordan rookie card sells for over $1 million with Christie's auctioneering. his 86-87 Fleer rookie card.
Nice.
I think this is the one. I think it was a rebooted one, though. So I read the article. It was rebooted. They did like 23 of them in 2006, 2007. It's when Upper Deck bought them. But it has a signature on it, too. So it's number 21 of 23. So it wasn't, I guess it technically wasn't the official 1984 or,
Yeah.
his official rookie card. It was a reboot, but it was only 23 of them made, and with a signature, with his authenticated signature. So it came with a authentication too.
So with inflation, that thing should be worth what, $2 million right now,
Easy.
something like that. So
I was surprised it only went for $1
Easy.
million.
yeah, yep.
Well, I know somebody that's like, well, I haven't seen the price go up on anything. I've been paying the same, so maybe not.
Yeah, and this guy that we're talking about, because this, and he's referring to me and this guy having this conversation, because it bothers me when you say, like, when you stick to something so blatantly stupid because you don't want to be wrong on your political affiliation, that you're gonna ride or die. I'm like, well, aren't you paying more in gas? Nope. Where are you going?
It's literally impossible.
He's like, no, I ride a moped. I'm like, you still pay more in fuel. It's still the same trips you make every day, unless you're walking more. Mm-hmm. So you're still paying more per gallon. Let's say you travel the same. That means you're paying more out of pocket. You may not think it.
Yeah,
you're
but
probably,
it's at least, let's just go with a solid number. You're paying at least $2 more per gallon that you were.
Right.
And then groceries. He told that, because it was in the same conversation. He said he's not paying more for groceries. I'm like, that's great. That one you could be 1,000% true. You literally could be paying $150 every 2 weeks for groceries. Okay, you could be. You're getting half of the groceries that you were getting. So you're right. You may only be spending $150.
Yeah,
you're right. Mm-hmm. You're not getting the same amount of food, not for the same place.
Right.
Yep.
But that ignorance and that like, I'm not going to be wrong, or that this isn't that bad. That's the shit that comes out, and then they ride or die with it. Funny story we have, actually. We're gonna ride down that before we continue with the news. We had a little incident at work end of last week. A gentleman, and I didn't know about it. You were out of town. I didn't know about it. I was at the golf course. We were at the golf course. So. Yep. So a coworker of ours had his golf clubs stolen, he said. Cops came out there and everything after he drove home. He swears up and down that on his way to work, he had seen his golf clubs in the back of his vehicle that Friday. I assume he drove home, realized they weren't, came back, threw a big fit. Cops came in. Evidently even called pawn shops and shit like that,
Jesus.
So eventually, for whatever reason, he decides to, because he didn't say why he decided to go over there, but he decided to go to Garner Golf Course, and there are his clubs where he played the day before at this golf course.
And left them.
Hold on. So this is where it gets good. I don't know if Luke told you this last night.
Oh, no.
This is where it gets good. Luke goes up and starts touching him up a little bit, But, hey, I heard about your golf clubs there, whatever. However he started it, he's like, so he was expecting him to just be like, have a moment and like say, be like, hey, yeah, dumb moment, stupid of me, like eat it, right? No, he did not. This man's vehicle, mind you, his vehicle was locked the whole time. So
he is not saying that somebody took them to the golf course.
No.
He is saying, exactly. He said, he's like, why don't you lock your vehicle? Luke's like, after he's saying that he still had him taken or whatever, someone's playing a prank. He's like, well, don't you lock your vehicle? He's like, yeah. He's like, but I leave my locker unlocked. So Luke's like, let me get this straight. You're telling me somebody went into the locker room. This is to play a prank on you, too, because you don't think they stole them.
This is how you know some people don't like you. If you can wrap your head around that people are going to do this, that's how you know people don't like you.
Yeah, you wrap your mind. They walked in the locker room, grabbed your keys, went out, grabbed your clubs, took them to Garner Golf Course.
Locked your car
Locked
back up.
your
Put
car
the
back
keys
up.
back
Put
up.
the keys back in there. You believe that
Took
happened?
the clubs to Garner Golf Course, which he doesn't ever really play.
He
Doesn't play.
He only played there. He's only played there maybe a handful of times total, and one of them was that day. Was that Thursday? Yeah, he did. He knows for a fact he's seen him in the back of his vehicle. Somebody's playing prank. I know they weren't stealing them because, and then that's where Luke's like, "What do you mean you don't think they were stealing them? Didn't you call a bunch of pawn shops?" Well, yeah, but so obviously you also thought they were stolen.
Right.
Yes.
Well, they were $2,500, whatever, and they're not. Sorry, people. This is where people get a little confused on what your shit is actually worth.
Yeah.
$2,500 for insurance claim, maybe. $2,500 if everything was literally brand new and you literally just bought it and it came in and you didn't swing it one time. As soon as you swing it, just like a fucking vehicle, you basically cut that shit in half.
That's what's funny.
Just because you paid that all together at one point, for those doesn't mean that's what they're worth today.
Right. But still, that $2,500. I'm like, I understand, but you should just be embarrassed, eat it, be like, hey, dumb, my bad, fucking laugh it off, make fun of yourself, whatever you got to do. No, we're riding it. We're riding it. Somebody took him out of my vehicle and took him to the Garner Golf Course and then locked my car back up.
Yeah, I don't even know this guy. I've never met him, right? So we had stopped, went in to take a piss, and that's where Miles saw what was going on. And I think he might have talked to him or whatever. I come out of the bathroom, and I hear this guy. He's like, oh, man, thank goodness. He's like, I tell you what, these clubs are worth, and he said something, a few grand or whatever. He's like, the irons alone are $1,000. He's like, oh my god, he's just talking about the money, just like bragging it up or whatever. And I was just like, okay, what a tool, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then everything came together after that. I'm like, oh fuck, this
Yeah.
guy, huh? All right.
So better yet, like what we know, what he didn't tell Luke, but what we know from the golf course that day, from Miles, is that those were on a golf cart. He rented a golf cart that day. They were still on the golf cart. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm getting at yet?
Like
you're telling me they went through all of that. They walked,
Put them on a golf cart.
on a golf cart, and then walked away like nobody would know. Like there's people in the clubhouse. That's where they're parked. You've been there. You've seen where the golf carts are lined up.
Yeah.
And you just walk off.
First of all, he's lucky that they were still there on a golf cart the next day.
Yeah. It just I just can't believe that.
Yeah. We'll have a talk with him. I will.
Let's see. Longtime Suns employee Melissa Fender Panagiotopoulos.
One more time for...
No, just one. I kind of stumbled on
One
it.
more time for the listeners.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Resigned from the team last month, alleging she became the target of bullying and retaliation by superiors after raising concerns about gender equality and misconduct within the organization. Which, if people that are listening don't know that we've talked about, that's what they're under investigation for.
Yeah, the Suns are. And
Robert Sarver. And so...
We work at a place that definitely, I mean, if you said some stuff like that, you might get poked at a little bit. So I can wrap my head of that. Yeah, this probably happened.
Poked at a little bit. We literally watched a man have to do the most physical, shittiest jobs for like a fucking month and a half straight. Remember that? And we even had to tell the guy, like, hold on, all right, that's enough. It was funny at first because the dude was a D-bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, now it's like, all right, now you're making me feel bad for him, which makes me like get pissed off. I'm like,
yeah,
you need to lay up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, retaliation is a very real thing, especially in that. You can't imagine. I imagine it's everywhere, right?
When it's high stakes and, job, career-wise, yeah.
Yeah. She can come on the show and discuss.
Yeah, hit her up in the DMs.
I will if I could spell her last name. There's definitely some copy-paste going on right here. Play umpire. Nate Tomlinson exits Angels-Dodgers game after being struck in the face by Mike Trout's broken bat.
Yikes.
Evidently a chunk made it through the face mask. Like the next time they looked down, it was off a base hit single. Trout seen it, reluctantly ran to first, like I guess, and then looked back and his dude's face is just bleeding.
Yeah, bad luck.
Yeah, there's been a few people like umpires, former umpires, that like I've never seen that before, make it through the mask like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
WWE announces second class of college athletes to receive name, image, and likeness agreements. If you guys remember me talking about that a few months back.
I seen a few wrestlers. I think one from Lehigh. Don't know his name, but I did see a few. Maybe one from Duke as well. Seen a few wrestlers get some. So that's cool. Yeah.
Saw a tight end. One that was one of the highest in his recruiting class not that long ago, I guess. Too, so pretty cool. This one I'm putting in there because it's interesting. I've never heard anyone take a jab at this before, right? Bruce Smith questions Tony Baselli's Hall of Fame credentials. He is upset that supporters of Baselli are using a dominating performance against Smith in a playoff game as one of the reasons he was put in the Hall of Fame. He also intimated that Baselli doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame because of the length of his career and the fact that he played with a left-handed quarterback and didn't have to protect the blind side. I don't know if I've heard of a Hall of Famer talk about another Hall of Famer not deserving to be in a Hall of Fame, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard that before?
It's crazy. You've made it. There's no reason to.
Right.
That's why it's not up to one person, too. That's why, a ton of people vote on this to determine it.
Right.
So... And you're damn right, like a huge playoff game like that is going to impact, whether you make it to Hall of Fame, right?
Well, exactly.
Yeah. And if he played like shit, it'd be the same thing.
Right. Well, I was going to say, what else are you supposed to look at for offensive linemen?
Right.
So he defended against one of the best, maybe the best sack artists of all time, numbers-wise, right? Obviously. Right. In that game, wouldn't that be one of your career highlights?
Absolutely.
In a playoff game, big moment?
Yeah.
So, two-part question, though.
Yes and yes. I don't know.
Oh, you don't even know what it was. Now we just go with anything. Do you think it drops it a little bit? I didn't even think about that, honestly. Do you think it drops it a little bit with his with being a left-handed quarterback that he was protecting, though, and Mark Brunell?
No.
You still have to go against the guy across from you.
Yep.
You still have to. The quarterback isn't making that block or stopping that guy.
I haven't looked it up, but I don't know if you can since I don't have my laptop here. I'm going to venture a guess that there's a few right tackles in the Hall of Fame.
A few, yeah.
Yep. Right? So what I'm saying is this looks completely like you're just
mad.
You're mad. You're acting like a little kid too, right? Like
100%.
Yeah, but he didn't do
this.
About
that game. That probably gives him nightmares because how bad the game was, right?
Right, but I'm like, dude, you have I do believe he's the NFL leader in sacks. Like, dude, who gives a shit? Give him his one game.
Right.
He needed that one game to get in the Hall of Fame. Then, if you want to put it like that, he needed to shut me down to get in the Hall of Fame.
And he fucking did.
And he did.
Yeah.
You looking right now?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Apparently, we do have slow internet out here still.
Fucked up.
He must be on the special end of town where he just gets like super internet no matter what.
I get crazy fast internet.
Either that or you guys aren't allowed or you don't hook up other people's stuff to it.
It's because the folks across the street can't afford it, so we get all of the juice.
Whoa. Jesus. Whoa. Wait till I give him your password. We'll see.
Whoa.
I did take Max for a walk the other day right by your house, and I met a classy gal crossing the street barefoot.
Oh, blonde-headed girl?
No, this lady had like half her hair was dyed purple going down. It was an old meth user.
Are you saying
that was the old Slim Jim lady from? I seen her here today. That was the old Jimmer was taken in the back room for some one-on-one time.
No, that's disgusting. Okay. Never happened. You need to stop lying. My wife does listen to this. Number one. Number two, that isn't purple hair, Holmes.
No, she has purple hair.
Yeah, she has purple.
It's like from here down.
So that chick was walking through like our yard. Like we have a Rottweiler.
This lady would walk through yards for sure.
Yeah, no, she just walked through cut through all the way through all the yards, like going through Garner. I'm like, there's sidewalks.
Right.
But then she jumps and freaks out the one time that Rousey comes out. Well, shouldn't be on my property. Number one.
Walk around.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the point?
Yeah.
He's trying to look up on your slow internet.
Mm-hmm. We just need to hook a Ethernet cord up to this extension out here. We'll get her going.
All right, here we go. Okay. So it doesn't say, it just says tackle.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
This is Sesame
Yeah, there's
Street,
a lot.
people.
There's a lot.
They're Sesame Street.
19, 20.
Are those right tackles?
20.
Or
It doesn't say.
tackles?
It just says it's just tackles or guard centers. Some of them are combos. They played both.
Okay.
Some dude played guard, center, and D tackle. So
That's back in the day.
Yeah.
They used to
Yeah.
play two-way football.
yeah.
Now listen, Bruce,
90,
I get
54
the,
to 66.
I can
Yeah.
respect you hating on somebody because there's a left-handed quarterback involved. I totally get that, right?
Especially you, right?
I understand, but you can't hold that against the players playing with him. That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, you can.
He's
but
like,
then you
he's like,
sound like you just-
take the lefty quarterback and beat him down. Yes,
Yes.
but do not punish the other
All right,
players
I got it. We'll ban all left-handed players from ever.
everyday activity.
Yes.
Especially the way they write. What is that? Wrapped arm.
You know what
around?
we should bring back is pros versus Joes. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Cardinals coach Cliff Kingsbury praying for Kyler Murray contract to be resolved by the start of training camp.
Yeah, a report come out. They are looking to make him the highest paid player in the NFL.
Oh my God,
We looked up at his stats. Are
that
like
is
potential,
stupid.
yes, but we looked at his stats. and
You'd
his
rather have
ranking.
Deshaun at the highest price, losing him for most of the season for his sexual infidelities before that guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. Well, I don't know. He's looked really bad in training camp, but
Who's that?
Deshaun apparently
Has
is
He's
throwing.
aged too. Did you see
He
him?
looks well. Yeah, I'm sure that's what
He's
all these
stressed,
lawsuits
staying up all
stressed.
night?
Yeah,
Fuck.
he's throwing interceptions right and left. Like,
Well, he hasn't played two years basically,
He didn't play all last year for sure.
and most of the year before, right?
I thought he played.
Or is that
before.
the year he won like 5 games or whatever? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
over a season.
Yep.
Fuck. It's insane, man.
Over a season and all this going on the whole time, stressful.
hmm
And he can't get, and now he can't have contact with masseuses too.
right?
What's he supposed to do?
No. I'm really here for a massage this time. Yeah, okay.
So
you heard that one before.
that perfectly, that perfectly transitions us into the next one. Deshaun Watson reiterates innocence against allegations, but regrets impact of lawsuits on the Browns and his family. He's still innocent though.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all
So,
realize, but 2 more popped up, so they're up to 26, or they were in the motion of filing 2
Yeah.
more. Yeah, not good.
So I read his quote, and this is what I was getting at. Like when I keep saying that, I don't. First off, it doesn't matter about the number anymore. It really doesn't. When you're that high anyway, even when you're at 22, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like what's 2 more at this point? It could be 100. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Like the number's the number. 22. If it's bad, 22 should be good enough versus
Yeah.
even 100. It don't
Agreed.
matter, right?
Yep.
So I reread his quote from his introductory press conference, and when he claimed his innocence then, and the way he puts it is in so many words, is almost exactly what I was saying. Kind of seemed like it was happening. He said, "I didn't do anything. I didn't make anybody do anything against their will. I didn't make anybody do anything that made them feel uncomfortable." Not once in there, and this big long thing that he says, does he say that he not once does he deny doing anything sexual. He doesn't deny that. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting at. Like, how do you know what you're signing up for? I was thinking about this the other day when I was talking to a couple guys at work, a couple guys I normally don't talk to, like Dakota. We were talking about it. He's like, you know what you're signing up for. Like it isn't like a masseuse to masseuse. It isn't like Chris Shepard from Iowa getting a hold of a masseuse. Because every one of these teams have a masseuse, gentlemen. Every one of these teams, multiple massage therapists.
Right.
So obviously, if you're going outside the building, you know what it's about.
Right.
Now, I guarantee he didn't say the words like that, but when you're signing a non-disclosure, I guarantee there was more openness than what we think. Now, maybe they didn't know how nasty he was going to get. Like, maybe they were a little shocked by what he was asking for. Like, because if you read some of those where he grazed across the ass, and then the flip over and the fucking sprinkler system going on, But the more I'm thinking about this, he's like, if he believes he's innocent, he believes he's innocent because he believes that they know what he was trying to get. why they were there.
I think that's a bad way to put it. Just because, I mean, I don't know. It's almost like I almost feel like that's a way of saying like, oh, I invited this girl over and she wore, like a really tiny skirt and like
I
a
get,
bra.
And I get that. And I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying, there had to have been more conversation than be like, hey, I need a massage at my house. That's it. I'm sorry. There was more than that.
Oh, no way. It's vague as fuck. You don't give them more than that.
No. I'm not talking about in the email. I'm not talking about in that. I'm talking about when you get there. Before you lay down on a towel, when they have to sign the non-disclosure, I guarantee there's a little more like.
Can you guarantee it?
I don't think so.
I bet you.
I don't think so either.
I bet you.
I think it's vague as shit.
I think so too. I think because one, he didn't want all this coming out, right? Because he's got a family, all that kind of stuff. So he wants to keep it on the low key. But if he turns around, and
it's gonna be low key. Not all these women are pure massage therapists.
All right.
A lot of them weren't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were they? What else were they doing, gentlemen? For side hustle, could you please explain to me? Because maybe I'm like,
maybe he's not comfortable. Maybe they have men massage therapists on the
no. Answer my question. What is their side hustle then? If they're not just massage therapists, or maybe they were even licensed massage therapists. Please tell me what their side hustle is.
Maybe they are. Maybe
you see what I'm getting at now,
right?
I'm not saying the dude's innocent,
but I think that's a bad rap to go. You know what you signed up for?
No. I'm saying that there was a different type of conversation that is not in typing. The one that you can't prove.
Yeah.
But they can't prove it either. I think there was maybe one or two that went the other way, and that's where you're at, and then a bunch of people started piling on. Oh, you're gonna make money. I want money off that.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that.
There's been a lady that even said that she was one of the ones too. She hasn't jumped onto the lawsuit. She's like, yeah, he continuously asked for sexual favors. I did, but I stayed there. Mm-hmm. That was my choice. The one where you're saying the dude where I do believe, I didn't read the whole thing, but came on her face. Mm-hmm. At no point could she leave. He held her there.
Yeah, that's what's that story.
Come on, people.
That story was fucked up because she's like, I just froze, and then she's like, it ended up on my chest and on my face, and that's where I'm like, this seems like a fucking porno or something. Hold on. That's a little.
I'm not trying to make weird light of this because it's gross, but I really believe outside of maybe a few of these.
Yeah.
Which still goes back to my original point. If you guys remember, I said the number doesn't matter because if you did something bad in one of those, I don't care what the number is.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I think the rest are a high majority of these are piled on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you walked into. A couple of them did not know. Maybe they either A, didn't know, or they didn't think it was going to be quite like what transpired. And then it did. It turned into something real nasty, and then they got offended, and they literally, because I remember reading a couple of those. I read like a bunch of them when it first came out. And they bolted right out the door as soon as that happened.
Right. Yeah. So
there's a bunch of these that stayed in the house. The doors and locks. Otherwise, he'd be charged with kidnapping, ladies and gentlemen. False imprisonment. You stood underneath a rain delay?
Maybe they're just trying to get their money still, too.
Well, you just stood there and you didn't go. You didn't leave. You didn't try to leave. I'm just starting to think heavy. There's some nasty shit. Absolutely.
Maybe you're hoping for more money if you do stay, though, and didn't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like these girls are wealthy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no, I got you. If you're asking for like the whatever, bad pun, but if you're asking for the bigger tip, you're assuming the bigger tip that's going to come for doing all that, and maybe this is where he should be really regretting that he didn't hook up like a couple grand for each one.
Oh, yeah.
And when the word is, what'd you say?
$150.
$150 Cash App was one of them. So, like you're an NFL player, you're trying to keep something under wraps. Maybe you throw at least a G.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where I'm also getting to it because they even admitted to the $250. Like there may be a couple bad ones. Is my point. But, like, it's shit that is legitimate. All these rest are going to make it amplify so that those two, and then these other chicks that knew what was going on are going to get paid for something that they weren't offended by in the first place. It was these three that legitimately were scarred.
Yeah, sure. There's going to be that. But he brought it on himself, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, he did. He did ask for her.
Literally.
I would like him to just say finally. I would assume he has cameras at his house, right? You're a millionaire mansion. Oh, man. I would love to see I don't want to see it, but like it actually say like where he's making like there's a video of him saying this is kind of like heavily insinuating. That's all I need to hear. Heavily insinuating what he's asking for. Because it's just like any movie you've ever seen, like where old boy goes in for hall pass when he goes into the Asian parlor, but right next door is the dry cleaning. Remember that? He goes in, he's like, how do you get a happy ending? He's like, what? And then she opens the big old side curtain and it opens up and it has like his rich neighbors right there. Hey, looking for? You guys remember that part or not?
Thing too, prostitution laws too. So he's probably trying to carefully tiptoe all this as well. Then you can get hit with that. You're looking at that point. You're soliciting it. You're looking at prison time. You're looking at fines. Then you're definitely looking at suspension from NFL. So I'm sure he's tiptoeing really carefully.
Yeah, and video is. I don't think a video is the move either because everybody. The word was already out what Ray Rice did, and then the video came out. That's when everything changed.
It did, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. I just mean like so it looks like it's not so.
That's why I'm saying I don't think he can just come out and be like, "That's what I was asking."
It's got to be placated a little bit differently. Yeah. It's got to be like you got to chop off the rest of it.
I agree. There's
just that section that says, "Hey, like we're having a conversation here. Like, hey, I don't want just." That like heavily insinuating.
I don't think he can do that because that's prostitution. That's a sexual activity. I don't think.
Right.
It depends. Depends how you word it. I'm paying for the massage. Now, if you were to touch me somewhere else,
and I wouldn't be offended,
and I would not be offended, and if I were to, shit like that's what I'm getting at.
Let's be real. The weird thing
is it Texas isn't legal.
No, fuck no, Texas.
I know what Vegas is.
Yeah, Vegas is way different.
Nevada. I should say Nevada. Vegas isn't actually. Inside city limits is not legal.
The weird thing, so there's a million weird things, but the weird thing to me is from what I've seen, most of these cases, he did the work himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's just rubbing, tugging himself. He just wants him there. It's kind of like some Louis C.K. shit, right? Like I'm just gonna rub out.
It is really weird. It's like he turns around, surprise, ha!
Yogurt slinger. Splash right across. So nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got to tiptoe carefully. I think, I definitely think there's people tacked on.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can just go like, oh, they knew that was, it was just, come on. I'm an NFL athlete. I'm naked.
I'm not saying he said that. I'm saying it went something like that, and there was some heavy insinuation. Maybe he didn't say the words like, hey, I'm trying to fucking nut here. I'm sure he didn't say something like that, but there was more than just...
Was that
a surprise of 66?
What was that?
What the report is 66 responded, right?
Yeah, over 60.
Yeah. So like he tried to contact over 100. 66 actually he did. 26 the number is up to now for on the lawsuit side.
Yeah.
Just saying. Charles Oliveira targets profitable fight with Conor McGregor for vacant UFC belt.
Yeah, everybody wants a payday.
But this could cost you. This could cost you. And this could happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I think he's got to beat somebody.
You think he does, but it's also Dana White. He has a man crush on him.
Got to get a W. I think he has to get a win.
And the dude that is supposed to be the champion, the reason why he's not is because he couldn't make weight, is calling for.
Right, but at the same time, how many people are you going to piss off? And good guys are you going to piss off?
They just want a piece of Conor after that. They want some of the slice too. They're actually hoping Olivier loses that so that Conor stays relevant so they can get a piece of the pie.
And that's why I say you don't give him a title fight because if he loses, you lose one of your cows, right? So you give him somebody he can beat, and then maybe you do it.
I think it could be like a Chandler thing. Like Chandler's been chomping at the bit, and I think Chandler can't hang with Conor when it comes to boxing. I don't know what else. He could wrestle him in that, I guess. But
yeah.
Conor could beat him. But I don't know if it would take more than one. Do you think it'd take more than one fights for Conor, in your opinion?
No. I could see him winning one, but I don't think. I think it's
one fight then a title.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. I can see that. I don't think. I'm trying to pull it up now. Like how many fights he's lost in a row.
It's not very good. He has like one win in those.
Exactly.
And that was Cerrone.
Yeah.
Right? Because he got deuced up twice or once by Poirier.
Twice by Poirier. Yeah.
Well, one was he broke his leg, but either way, I think he was going to lose that anyway. So twice by Poirier. Not Justin Gaethje. Who's the other one? Damn it! Old boy mauled him, as they like to so eloquently put it.
Did, yeah.
Khabib. There's one other one in there though too. I swear to God, there's another one. Not to mention the boxing match was a loss.
Yeah, I think his last win before Cowboy was Nate Diaz, right?
All right. So
yeah, 'cause I think he went boxing after that, right?
he lost. Yeah. So he's lost to Poirier twice in a row. Beat Donald Cerrone, who had lost several in a row. Lost to Khabib. Floyd Mayweather. Then he's got a win over Eddie Alvarez and Nate Diaz. A loss to Nate Diaz. So yeah, I mean,
they can't.
He has one win in the octagon since
I'm with you.
2017.
I'm with you that they don't want to lose their
2016.
golden goose, but it's also be one hell of a payday for everybody involved too,
Right.
including the UFC. So what isn't it not a is it not a gamble if you send him down to who you think he should be and he loses to that person too?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then it's not even worth it?
So
Why not get your one payday every time?
So let's look at the UFC rankings because depends on who's at 155.
Nobody cares what the rankings are when it comes to Dana White and Conor McGregor.
I think there's a certain respect though there. If the top guys are like studs, I think you have to.
The other thing we got to think about, even though Oliveira's asking for it, is Conor's not going to go down to 155.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing.
So they'd have to do like a catch weight or something if he.
Right,
but I
which
don't know
wouldn't
if you
be
could
for
do
a
that
title.
Then it wouldn't be for a title.
You can't do that for a title because
So-
Usman, which I think Usman would fight him too, but I think fucking.
I don't think Conor wants to get down to 155.
Right. He said that.
Yeah, he's comfortable being at his 170, his hefty, top heavy side.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
He is looking jacked, but
Jacked.
that's from the waist up. He's looking like Norris.
So yeah, I mean, how do you do it? Do you have
skipping leg day.
You have Charles Oliveira. You have Dustin Poirier sitting at number 2, who he's lost to twice in a row. Justin Gaethje, he hasn't fought. Islam, who's making a tear.
Yeah,
He
but
fought
hold on.
Gaethje
You
a
can
long
make
time ago.
you can make arguments against every single one of those so far.
Not Dustin.
For Justin Gaethje, you can because he has lost against those top 2 already, right?
Yep, but not for a title though.
But
That's what I'm saying.
well, the last one was supposed to be. Olivier didn't make weight.
It was yeah.
He didn't make weight. It was supposed to
But
be.
he's sitting at number 3. So
Right,
he's
but-
lost to Dustin twice. That's the guy at number
and
2.
he's already lost to Conor too. They can argue that one if they'd like, even if it was
Who?
early on in his career.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then back to back, that's null and void now.
How's it null and void? It's still a loss against him.
Back to back, he lost his second fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
That was 2000 and
Yeah.
Counts, bro.
It still counts, though. He still lost to him.
no. But
When
I'm saying
when he goes to retire in 30 years, hey, Justin Gaethje is one of the best
he's
fighters
gonna
of
have
all
to,
time.
You would have to
you
fight
beat him.
You would have
yes,
to.
I did.
You would have to fight him again to say you can beat him now.
Why? You already did beat him. You don't have to go back and fight
then
somebody
you,
again.
Then you lost 2 in a row to him.
Who?
Dustin. He lost 2 in a row to Dustin Poirier.
Who did?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor. I'm not talking about Dustin. I'm talking about Justin. Justin.
Right. Justin's at 3.
Justin.
Justin's at number 3.
Right.
So if he fights him, that's not for a title.
But Dustin doesn't have an argument to fight for that either, is my point. So
So
they could jump Conor up, is my point.
to fight Dustin for the challenger spot, yeah.
Why? Dustin's not the challenger anymore. He's already had so many losses that were going that way.
He's sitting at number 2 right
He
now.
lost to Khabib himself when Khabib had the title before Khabib vacated it.
And he lost to Oliveira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's had plenty of stabs
So
at it.
I think you need a
I think they have the argument that they could skip those 2. Do you have a 4th that is on his way up?
Islam.
Okay,
hasn't
there you
lost
go.
yet.
There's
Islam.
there's your one you can make an argument. Those other 2 have had their cracks. Even if they are ranked 2 and 3, those are like 2 and 3 by technicality more
Right,
than
but then
Islam would be the argument.
Connor's
because he
last
hasn't
2
had
UFC
a
losses
proven
are
point.
Dustin.
And I get that.
So how can you jump Dustin if you
Because
haven't
he's
beat
also
him?
beaten Dustin too.
A long time ago.
Right, but
recently Dustin's fought for a title.
I'm not saying
Conor has.
I'm not telling you my thought process.
Yeah.
I'm telling you Dana White's.
Yeah.
He literally could say Dustin has lost to this guy and he lost to Khabib the previous title. He's had his shot for it. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but how can you jump
That
him?
is him. I don't know. Ask Dana.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Get on Twitter.
How can you
get on Twitter and ask Dana because he would, and we've seen him do it.
But you're saying
I watched his big boy Brock Lesnar get a title shot, and he did not deserve it.
He did not deserve it. But I'm saying you can say that
I
you've
think
lost
he's
twice
going
and
to.
twice.
Yes.
His last 2
Yes.
octagon fights were
Yes.
against Dustin.
Absolutely.
He got beat in both of them.
Yep.
And you can jump him?
Yes. In Dana White's mind, not my mind.
No, I'm saying in your mind.
No, it doesn't matter what I don't pick the
I
fight card.
understand that.
I don't pick the fight card.
But does it make sense?
Islam would be getting the next shot if it were me.
He should, yeah.
That's
probably.
my point. That'd be that guy. I'm like, hold on, you two down here already had your shots. You had the shots on both occasions to try to grab this and be yours. You did not.
Yeah. I think
Olivier took this by storm. And quite honestly, he's been rolling people up. So the next person should be Islam, in my opinion. But in Dana White's, he will find any excuse, and I'm giving you the excuses he will use to jump both of them to actually do it if he wants to drop down to 155.
I don't think that Dustin one's a good one because that was years ago. If you're looking at recent fights, there's 2 losses back to back. I think there is a challenger fight for Conor McGregor at either 55 or 70. I think you can't give him the title right away because Islam's there, but Conor lost to Dustin twice in a row. So if you're going to say, well, let's fight him and Dustin fight a third time for the challenger spot. So whatever, Islam's coming up, but I think then that's what I'm talking about, the one fight before the title fight.
But this is where that's still wrong too. How is that any more right than just giving him the title shot at that point? Because you literally passed the dude that should get the shot, and that's Islam.
Oh yeah.
So that's the same argument. I could argue with you the other way right now. Then
yeah,
I'm telling you, in Dana White's eyes, he can justify anything. First off, he can do what he wants. Number one, but number two, he can justify anything he wants in this process. The only one he can't, which would be hard, would be Islam. He should just put those two up against each other and then end Conor's career right there because that is fucking old boy's protege.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, it's funny they still have Dustin at 155 because I think he's trying to go 170, right?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
I don't know. You look at 170, and he may have said that, but then you look at the top 4, top 5 heavy hitters: Usman, Colby, Leon, Kazman, Gilbert Burns. That's a heavy hitters row, that top 5 right there.
Oh, absolutely.
I think after that, it kind of spreads out. And I think it's Usman and Colby, clear cut.
Yeah,
then those next
right
couple.
Right now. We're waiting for our cat to finally get his... Yep. He's been getting some more of his fights to bump himself up. But yeah.
It is. I don't know that Dustin cares about the 170 title. I think he's just trying to make some money. He's probably about done. Because he was going to fight Nate. Right? And that's a money fight. That's the only reason you're doing that. You're going to get a dub and you're going to make a bunch of money because Nate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Poirier would stand up and bang, and then at that point, you never know. I would like to see that because I think Poirier is kind of a guy of his word, right? He seems to be every time he's fought and shit like that. I think if the way he would stand up with Nate. Nate would stand up. And obviously, Nate wants to stand up. He'll go to the ground. I mean, he's going to stand. Yeah. But he's going to stand and bang.
Yep.
I think Poirier too. And I'm a firm believer that you have a swinger's chance when it comes to that. And Nate still has that. He's not going to go down. You're not going to knock him out. When's the last time you seen Nate Diaz get knocked out? He got his last fight, which feels like it's been forever ago. He got a little
Leon. Yeah, I believe that was Leon.
Didn't he get a little hazed or something like that? But I can't remember last time he got knocked out.
Then he did the same thing to that guy and then didn't finish him. But
yeah.
But
I can't remember the last time he got knocked out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. But I don't see a good fight for Conor at 170 either. I think there's too many guys at 2, 3, 4.
Money.
Yeah,
Nate.
Sure, money. I'm saying title. Looking at titles, I think. So Leon Edwards, if he gets taken out by Usman, right, that knocks him out of the conversation probably. But I mean, you're looking at Gilbert Burns, who's right there as Kazmat, right? Old Kazmat right there, Colby, and then Usman. I think still there's one fight.
I want to see one fight. There's one fight I want to see. I just thought about it because you just said it. There's only one fight I want to see in that one, and that is Colby and Conor.
Yeah, I think that'd be a hell of a fight.
What would that be? I mean, it would be.
Colby would do the same thing. That the shit talking would be amazing. So everything leading
up
to the fight.
I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know if he could take Conor's punch though. He when he's taking these guys, he's still taking on like a wrestler mentality. They hit hard, absolutely. I'm not saying they don't hit hard. So please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Conor is basically, I don't know technically if he's a professional boxer, but he is. The dude is a boxer. He's not an MMA. If he goes to the ground, what happens, gentlemen? He's gonna lose.
That's my point. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying is he stands up, but old boy's been catching those. He's been catching those fists. He caught Usman's quite a few times. He got dazed on a few of them, right? Kobe, and I like Kobe, but my point is Masvidal tinged him.
Yeah.
We're talking about Conor, who his specialty, the reason in his rise was his knockout ability, his artist.
Yeah.
Was that, and that's what made him climb. I'm telling, he lands one of his on Kobe. I don't know how strong Kobe's jaw is, especially anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a real shot that Usman beats Leon and decides he's bored and wants to go make a shitload of money and box somebody too. So the title could end up vacant, and then everything's up for grabs. It's like, what the fuck are we going to do, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that could be in play, but yeah, there's a real good shot that kind of fights for a title, man.
Everybody wants him because of the money.
Everybody wants him because of the money.
Usman, but isn't Usman supposed to? Wasn't the rumors that he may go up and box too?
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Who was he supposed to box though?
Canelo.
Yeah. Well, he said he wanted Canelo. But he wants to box. And, I mean, everybody wants some money fighting. Conor is a name. At the same time, though, I think with 2 back-to-back losses and your last one against Donald Cerrone, who was on his way out, I think you've got to say...
And didn't he also blow his nose?
That was not that fight.
That wasn't that one?
No.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
That was... I think you still have to make a challenger fight for Conor. Also for yourself, because you want to go okay, does he still have it? Because you don't want to throw him in, he gets fucked up, and then he leaves, right? He retires and you lose your cash cow, right?
That's the hard thing, though. You don't want to do that, but it'd be worse if you threw him in against a relatively unknown.
And you didn't get the money off of it.
He gets beat, and then all the draw is gone at that point.
All the draw is gone. You didn't even get one final bang for your buck because you threw it down there. You're running a risk. Any one of these guys can knock each other out, right?
You know,
they choke each other out, especially if the wrestlers.
I know everybody wants that fight and way high up, but one interesting fight that I've had my eye on, and they're a little bit farther down, but Rafael Dos Anjos. He's sitting at 7, Conor at 8 at 55 rankings. If you don't remember, they were supposed to fight. There's a lot of shit talking. Conor pulled out, I believe, is how it played out. Conor pulled out, got hurt. Rafael defended his title. Then I think they were supposed to fight again. Then Dos Anjos got hurt. And then they vacated his title because he had been sitting for a little bit, and then Conor ended up getting it. And then Dos Anjos, they gave him basically a number 1 contender fight, and he lost. I could see that one going down too, because that was a big hype. There was a lot of people excited about that one, and there was some real anger behind it. I mean, there's some real. They were hating each other. People were really on board for it. So that's one I could see definitely happening. And Dos Anjos has been kind of on the sidelines for a little bit. So
maybe it'd be a good matchup too. Because Conor has been, even in his fights with Poirier, he didn't fight for a long time.
No.
Right?
No. And like I said, he was going to lose that second fight anyways. He has the built-in excuse that his leg snapped.
Yeah. He was getting touched up.
He was getting touched up. He did land some stuff, if I'm being fair, but it still felt like it looked like it was heading like the last few fights of his.
Yeah.
It was heading that way, so.
It's almost like he's almost fighting the same as before, right? He threw punches so hard trying to knock you out in every punch. Well, you can't do that against those high-level, really good guys.
Well, and that's what Dustin was saying,
let's
too.
talk about it. He got lucky with Aldo, right? He got lucky on the punch. They both hit each other. He was just that much faster.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of these guys, he was so in their head about wanting to stand up and bang, they wouldn't actually do their game plan, which Khabib did, right? He stuck to it. So I think maybe he's still trying to do that, knock him out with every punch. And
that's what I'm saying. He's a boxer. He should make the transition is what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He'd still be a massive draw that way. Go the other way. If he wants money, he's been a champion here.
Right.
Leave on a good slate. This isn't a good slate, but your record
Go
is
beat
not.
up Nate Diaz for his last fight.
Yeah.
That's if Nate wants to stand up. If Nate might be getting tired of losing too. He might submit him because it don't take much to submit Conor, right?
No.
But yeah, I'm with you. But I honestly think he should walk and go and pursue the boxing ring if he wants to continue to do combat sports. But.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather to face MMA fighter Mikuro Asakura in exhibition in Japan. He did this 3 years ago. One of their best-known kickboxers, he knocked him out.
Yeah, they just recently tried to do it too, and something happened. It was basically a private event that got canceled for whatever reason, but
Probably
fighting
not enough
nobodies.
massage therapists.
Fighting nobodies, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
What it tells me is that either A, you still have love for the game, but I'm not going to go that route because I'm not a Mayweather fan.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the route that your
Money
asses run exactly. You have money problems, but you don't want to put your record on the line.
Yes.
100%.
So you still have.
There's always been him having money problems floating behind the scenes.
Yeah,
You know,
because he
so-
doesn't. He doesn't. He made a ridiculous amount of money. Ridiculous. Burned through it all.
Yeah.
We say, could anyone burn through, $500 million? That guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he can't even read good.
God, oh my gosh. 50 Cent.
That shit was that
shit
ALS.
was so fucking
Oh,
funny.
yes.
I'll give you whatever the money was. If you can read one page of... He started out with Harry
Rat.
Potter. First it was Harry Potter.
Was it?
Right, he's like, Harry Potter. And he's like, you know what? There's a lot of words that you probably can't pronounce, so we'll go Cat in the Hat. Oh, my God.
I'll donate $750,000 to any charity that you
Yeah,
choose.
any charity.
And he
Dude,
never read
That
from the
dude,
damn book,
50 Cent
right?
is a fucking savage.
Yeah, he is.
He's an asshole. You see, like, he got interviewed. He was at, like, this has been a few years ago now, like, but he went to, like, an IndyCar race or something. Some place you would never imagine 50 Cent being, right? And
Just
one of the Fox Sports.
breaking news. LeBron gets traded to Dallas. Nah, just kidding. But Dallas did do a trade. Rockets trade Christian Wood to Dallas for a 2022 draft pick. Boban, Marjanovic, Trey Burke, and Marquise Chris.
I'm surprised about the Boban. I think they love them some Boban down there.
Well, he's more so a guy.
He's an inspirational guy. He's a cheerleader. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
With Luka. Played well with Luka.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like he's kind of like a good locker room guy. That's what I meant. But that being said, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about before you had breaking news?
50 Cent. He was
50.
at,
50 Cent.
IndyCar. So it was I do believe it was like Fox Sports on the scene, or whatever. So they go down there interviewing, but then they go up to, and then she goes up to 50, and she's trying to interview him. He doesn't. I don't think he realizes that they're there to try to interview because he's throwing his Mac down on her.
I don't think he gives a fuck, dude.
Like thick though. I mean, like I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, damn, girl. Like, so it was like,
Shit.
I'm like, oh shit. She's like,
And this is ESPN. Back to you.
back to you. I'm about to go make some money.
What up? I know a great massage therapist. Me.
Mercury star Brittany Griner's Russian detention extended. The extension is a procedural move that was expected and should have little effect on negotiations for her release. One thing I have not looked up and I planned on looking up was the average time spent in Russian jail for recreational marijuana. Because I'm going to venture a guess it is not as long as this woman has been in detention. Her next court date isn't until the very beginning of July, Danny. Till the 2nd, I think. Another month. For a fucking whatever I don't know what that fucking bullshit is, but one of the vape pop pens. Mm-hmm. That's not insane to you guys at all?
Yeah, it definitely is. But it's Russia at this point, what they're doing.
Bomb them. Bomb them. What is it like? I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Wild Wild West.
Of course.
I know you have. I didn't know if he has, but
Yeah.
But he's like, sometimes tactics need more than shoot, shoot some more, and then ask questions after everyone's dead. No, sometimes you just need to do that. Like, don't worry about the consequences until after you bomb them. We're done. Say done with negotiations. We're done with you. Done. Are you looking that up right now?
Yeah, trying to.
The thing is, I don't feel like that's the kind of country that's going to have documented, like, here's how much time you're going to serve. It's whatever the fuck time they feel like you're going to serve, you know?
Well, I assume that too. I think we think that about most of the countries over that way too. They're not as what we think of as civilized. There still has to be like posts of people that like, yeah, you just got out of jail after 30 days for pot or something over there. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that is your pun. Like, there's no way for how long she's been there that anybody in Russia for what it is. I'm saying, I'm not saying for dealing drugs. I'm talking about your minuscule fucking vape pen. There's no way they've been in there that long. That is ridiculous. I would say the same thing. If we're holding someone in the United States, and somebody can educate me, if we're holding someone in the United States from another country because of a fucking pot pen, release that motherfucker and also give him some money or her some money along the way. Like, hey, sorry for your inconvenience here. I don't think he's finding anything. Not looking too promising.
They are a part of. In 1990, they joined like a big time anti-drug kind of deal. National
DARE, D-A-R-E.
Not that, but so I know they were like really against it. Fucking, and they do and have harsh laws apparently.
Well, there's got to be a law. There's got to be a law book, at least what they go by. Because I know they have court proceedings, so they have to have what their general.
I don't know. We could get
regardless
her out if we wanted to, too. But I don't know if anybody's going over there negotiating shit. It's probably
that's because we're letting them.
Right.
The conspiracy corner. Gotcha. So it's not really negotiating. That's what you're saying. It's not actually.
Yeah.
You guys are doing you. This will touch Chris's heartstrings.
Yeah.
National anthem singer Zach Collier, a 27-year-old U.S. history teacher in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and a Texas A&M alum, had his College World Series performance canceled for the horns down gesture.
I did see that.
He did it during the softball World Series.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let him have fun.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Dude, that's
fucking crazy.
Horns down is almost as famous as horns up, man.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
I think it just
to make it look like we're trying to stay.
God,
to be fair.
What, 2 years ago they did that shit. They wanted to make it fucking. Yeah, I don't know. It's horrible.
People get in trouble for all sorts of shit. Do you have the fake Clay thing on there?
I do not. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the fake Klay Thompson, who legit looks a lot like Klay Thompson,
does.
was able to make his way past security.
Oh, I did see that. That was
and
awesome.
he got to shoot around for a long time until he went 2 for 20 from 3, and they were like, hold on, this isn't fucking our guy. And so they went and talked to him, and not only did he get kicked out, he got
Is
banned.
that the reason?
He got banned.
Was that the reason?
That's the point when they went out there, so I don't know. In my head, I'd be like, Klay doesn't fucking miss, 18 out of 20 open shots.
But they didn't actually say that though. Okay, that'd be even more awesome. Like, hold on, something ain't right here. Motherfucker ain't going to like maybe walk up.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he's still making every single wide open shot he takes, so I don't know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But he not only got kicked out, but he got banned, I think, for life from the Golden State Arena.
Yeah, from what is that? Is that Chase? The Chase Arena?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. And he put out a tweet. He's like, okay.
3 to 4 years of imprisonment, depending on drug.
Depending on drug.
Yeah.
Marijuana, lowest end.
We still have it as a Schedule 1, bitch.
Not for recreational. No, it's not.
It's a Schedule 1 drug still.
Yeah.
It's by amount. I promise you. Look that up. That is by amount you have on you. I promise you that.
It's a Schedule 1. I'm just telling you, it's a Schedule 1 drug still, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it
Which
makes
is
sense.
stupid.
It's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But
But
I'm
it's still
talking about
Schedule
what
1.
you can get charged with is by the amount that you have. That is a fact. Like,
Yeah.
it may be considered a Schedule 1. It's a
Yep.
Schedule 1 because you could be carrying around 3 pounds.
Yep.
That's a little different than you carrying around a dime bag. That's right.
Yep. Yeah. They're starting to try to decriminalize it. Some states are. And like, okay, well, we'll write you a ticket if you got like a dime bag basically on you or something like that. But yeah.
While we're
you're
giving away needles
Yeah,
in California to junkies.
no kidding.
Speaking of 3 pounds, it's interesting you put that number out there. Did you hear about Montrezl Harrell?
Yes.
No.
Dude, he was found with a heck load of drugs, and he's facing felony.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Literally 3 pounds.
3 pounds of
marijuana.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
That was pure coincidence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where the fuck's that at? I want to see that.
Yeah, you were skipping on news and notes. Bitch.
I wasn't. I didn't go back to my computer, remember? Otherwise, I would have brought it.
Yeah, it's not on there. I looked.
Evidently, the NHL topped $5.2 billion in revenue.
Aw.
That ain't bad for the NHL, bro.
No, it's not.
That's
I
not
wish
bad
we
at
could
all.
support him more. There's nothing close,
I
man.
think.
NHL
Hold
games
on,
are
no.
fun.
I do think we're gonna kick off a bunch of organizations. Oh, record sales, isn't that? It's because nobody.
They
It's
up the
COVID,
price. And they up the price, too.
Well, how many?
Everybody wants to get out of the house.
Everybody's trying to get out of the house, right?
But
We had that year of COVID.
You know
2
what the
years of
girls just spent on
COVID.
them stupid ass tickets to go up there and watch a goddamn concert up there?
Yeah.
Over 200 and what was it? $250 a person. Because the bill was, and this is where I had to tell my wife. I'm like, you need to tell these girls that they owe more than that. What are you talking about? Because she charged my credit card. Mm-hmm. The total came to $1,077 or some shit like that. And she only told them like $150. I'm like, sweetheart.
No, the girls end up paying like $300.
Yeah.
No, they did.
Yeah.
I'm saying they ended up whatever
That's
was.
what she
This is
told
without the hotel. I'm talking about just for the concert.
Oh, yeah.
And then she did that too. But regardless, the concert alone and then what she was telling them, I'm like, excuse me, I'm not paying. I think it was like $75 extra. I'm like, I'm not paying an extra $75 for your friends to go per person to go to a concert. That's not happening.
It was, well, what did Sam say? They got six beers, and it was like $60 or something.
Yeah, U.S. Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
So the prices don't go down when you're there, but they take the
watched
prices up too.
We watched Eric Church 3 years ago. When did I have surgery? 4 years ago now. We watched Eric Church too, and yeah, we were staying at the Marquette, so I had like 2 drinks, and that was like $40. I'm like, holy cow! And then
How much was ours? Wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2 for $18.
We ended up finding a cheaper beer though. It was pretty shitty, but
It was pretty bad. It was hard to stomach though.
Yeah,
it was hard to stomach.
Yeah.
Now that tram deal was a good deal to do money wise and a good financial move. It was not when it's like that crowded and you're stopping like every like 30 seconds, and I'm like, dude, it's warm in here. These dudes are way more obliterated than we are annoying as fuck.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I like public transportation, but
Hey, in other news, the Zimbro baseball party's back on, so we're gonna have a hell of an August. Did you see that? So it's like the 19th. So it's our one weekend is the golf outing.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend is we're going up Friday. The Twins and they're playing the Rangers.
Oh, that's perfect. Holy shit.
That
that's
is
stupid.
cool. That's cool.
That's stupid.
That'll be.
I'm gonna laugh if y'all lose to our shitty fucking
that'll be a
Texas
whiskey
Rangers.
wager right there.
I'm not worried about it. We're taking care of business.
I heard that last year too.
The Steelers make Minka Fitzpatrick the highest paid safety in NFL history.
Yeah, man, he's
More than 18.4 million per year.
Yeah.
So imagine if, because he was with the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if they hadn't let him go, and that defense, what it's doing now. Imagine if they didn't trade him.
They had to.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. They had to. You remember that scenario,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
right.
No, what they would have been? Absolutely. Especially a secondary. All they
Yeah.
would have needed to focus on is a goddamn pass rush to help
Right.
that secondary.
Yep.
You already have 2 corners.
So good.
Because he made an instant impact as soon as he got traded, like mid-season,
Yeah.
right for the Steelers, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And the Steelers are going to be bad, so sucks for him. But, I mean, he's getting paid, so he can, you know,
Is this who
when
I
he's
think-
crying, he can wipe his tears with $100 bills.
Hundreds. And gentlemen, that is what I have.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Oh, Saints Davenport had a half a pinky amputated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Marcus Davenport had half a pinky amputated this offseason.
Bro, I've been living without half a leg for a while, so
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I know a couple guys that are missing a few.
Missing some dig.
Yeah, Jimmy missing part of his wiener.
Hey, you work with what you got.
Oh,
baby.
hey, by the way, I have one of the Rios randoms. Okay, we can add one, or you can take one away.
I'll take one away.
Okay,
Okay. Well, speaking of that, are we just ready to kick it off?
let's do
Yeah,
it.
I think
baby.
so. Let's do it.
You know what time it is. It's time for Rio's Randoms tonight, brought to you by Bose Power Washing out of Belmont, Iowa. Make sure to hit them up for all your cleaning, washing, power washing, mowing, snow removal needs. All right, first up, I'm going to let Danny.
Hey, real quick, actually, save yourself 2, because I was thinking of one when I was at home.
Everybody's got one.
Everyone's got one, so save yourself 2 for another one.
God damn it.
Helping you out, brother.
Yeah, we're
so you don't have
helping
to
you.
do it all.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking about this this morning when I was making a sandwich.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Okay, there we go. So
go ahead, Danny.
Just fuck whatever I got going on.
No, mine-
No,
Mine-
save them. We're helping you,
No,
brother.
mine's got to be the tail end because it might be a minute.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
So I was thinking about this, and we talk about. I did have a question for you, gentlemen, a while back about like what is one thing that you don't cheap out on, right?
Yeah.
So this is one thing I didn't think about, and what is one food that that there's no way you can do off-brand of?
I was going to
There's
say cereal,
no,
but that's
there's
not true.
no possible way that you can do it.
Yeah.
Like you've tried the off-brands, you're like, oh my god, never again. Guarantee you had one of some kind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one right out of the gate, right? And I definitely had this in my younger days for sure because we grew up extremely poor, and that is off-brand Doritos. You cannot hit Dorito flavor. I'm telling you, you cannot do it. It's either Doritos or not. I'm talking about pure nacho cheese Doritos. I don't know about any of the rest.
Yeah.
But I can't because they don't taste like it. They don't taste like the actual anything like it. So that's mine right there. If I'm eating Doritos, I'm eating Doritos. If
That's
not,
fucking-
I'm getting a potato chip.
Doritos are so funny. I could go a year without eating any, and then like a grill out or something, I'm like, oh my, well, the bag's gone.
Yeah, the
This
bag
shit's
is so
gone,
good,
dude.
right?
Yeah.
They're so damn good, but I just can't. I can't eat. If I'm going to eat them, I'm not going to eat it off-brand. They're that bad.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. We eat a lot of hot sauce or whatever. We do Taco Tuesday,
Yeah.
whatever, big time, and we can't get the high V because it's just like it tastes like tomato paste.
Okay.
We get the pesos or whatever it is, the
Yep.
actual stuff. So definitely
Don't cheap out on your hot
yeah,
sauce.
we'll spend $4 for the fucking deal of hot sauce.
He's like I'm not cheaping out on my hot sauce. I got you.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I'm actually not surprised by that.
Yeah.
Oh boy here, and then he'll complain about his backside later. When it's getting.
Like, dude, what?
Absolutely.
And then we'll get the snap blowing it out.
Flames. If you see flames coming out of the bathroom, it's just me.
So for me, it's kind of a weird one. So
Sex toys, we got it. I
the
got that shit off Wish. What the hell?
what the fuck is that? Why is it 3 foot tall? I don't understand.
It's literally a
Uh,
stick.
Sliced cheese though, so government cheese, right? It's got to be Kraft. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to get like Hy-Vee or generic.
yeah.
It sucks. It cooks fucked up on the burgers, but it's also a bitch to get out of the wrappers if you can even get it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going sliced cheese.
So I will at least do Kraft, and every now and then she'll buy like the really nice,
Like
the
yeah,
package.
the
of-
true,
yeah,
the true cheese,
true
not the
cheese.
processed cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely Kraft. That's a good one too.
Dude, when I make burgers, I'm a fan. I'd rather do the shitty government cheese than like the real. I know what you're talking about, like the deli cheese
yeah,
almost.
that's
right?
for we save that for like BLTs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. We don't
Yep.
put them on
Yeah.
hamburgers.
Yep.
No, because that doesn't quite melt the same, right?
Yeah, it's too nice.
And if it
Yeah,
cools
it's too
down, it
nice.
like hardens around it.
We actually we make like every so often we'll do like a homemade Subway sandwiches, and that's the type of cheese that we're gonna get right there.
Yep.
Is that, especially Peppy Jack. I don't know.
Jack, baby.
I don't know if I have any other type of cheese unless it's Peppy Jack.
I do eat the.
I mean, I'll eat the other stuff that's there. What I'm saying is, if I have a choice, like, hey, what kind of cheese? Pepper Jack.
Yep.
All right, I'll do mine next. Would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over again the rest of your life, or take 3 years off the end of your life? It is a random day selected, so you don't know what day it is.
And how long do you have to live that?
The
The rest of your life?
Yes.
Oh,
Or you're going to take 3 years off the end of your life. You don't know when it is.
it's a random day.
Yes, just a
Random day.
Yeah.
Not like you get to
day. Pick the best day, right?
or the worst
or
day.
the worst day.
Okay, I'm gonna go with live the same day. Taking 3 years off of my life.
Right. What if you're supposed to die 2 years from now and you're all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'll take the other 3 years, and then
Right, exactly. So I'm going with the every day. At least I'm rolling the dice, hoping it's gonna be at least an average to good day.
Average to a good day.
That's what I'm.
It's not a right.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not a shitty
You walk
day.
into work, PCS packaging, motherfucker.
Yeah. Nope. So if I have to relive the same day every day, I'm just quitting every day.
Dude, 100% turn into Groundhog Day. Go do something fun every fucking day.
No. It's a day from your past. Whatever. It's a random day from your past.
Yeah.
You can't just make your day.
Yeah, I know. But while you're there, because
you
you're living
just
it,
quit. Okay,
you just
yeah.
quit
You
every
quit
day.
every day.
You literally work that day or whatever. You're like
Now you're making a loophole, but
Groundhog Day, is this too early for you? Have you seen this movie, Groundhog Day?
I
This
think
is it.
Groundhog Day.
Okay, that's exactly what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking
right?
about. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're reliving, and he
Right.
just changed his day up.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the same stuff would still happen.
Yeah.
Like he could try to curveball it, and just by the end of the day, it starts it back over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to get 3
I think
years. 3 years is a lot.
Yeah, unless you're like 105, then it's like fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
But you don't know.
The only positive, and let me give you a positive. Maybe you think about this. If you're taking 3 years off the end of it, maybe that's you knowing when you're gonna die. Then you know when it's gonna be. Would you want to know?
But you don't know.
Would you want to know?
No.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Let's save that then. We'll save that for like when we have a
good
guest on.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
All right, Danny, you've got the next.
There's
and last one.
there's websites that tell you.
Oh. If you too have been afflicted by scams online,
I think I've got an aunt in Oklahoma that can read you with the cards and let you know what's up.
I've got an uncle with a sweater vest that'll.
It's got to be true if it's in Oklahoma, the beautiful
Exactly,
state of
that's what I'm
Oklahoma.
saying. All right, boys. We actually touched on this the other night after the podcast.
You're a piece of shit. And you are too. So.
I love Oklahoma.
I drove through that
Oklahoma.
So beautiful.
All right, Jimmer, here's the question.
shit. Have you heard the term brushing your teeth with a shotgun?
Jesus. Never.
Yeah. I just spent like 4 hours in Oklahoma driving, and
It was the best 4 hours of your life.
let me tell you, no, that's where the term brushing my teeth with a shotgun, it was a want, not a need.
It's because you're about to leave the state of Oklahoma. You're like, how can I live without being in this state?
No, I told you about the drivers, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to pass on the interstate, the speed limit 75. I'm trying to do 85. When they want to pass, they want to do like 76. So we wait for 20 minutes while they pass the car in the right lane. And I'm like, move
That's
the fuck.
Iowa a lot,
I said,
too,
move
dude.
the fuck over. Some of us want to break the fucking law.
Right. For real.
Well, so
for real.
that is a huge pet peeve of mine. You know how like I know Iowa. I don't know about the rest. Iowa changed that law to where you can literally stay in both lanes no matter what. It isn't just a passing lane anymore. So they literally do that from fucking Clear Lake to Mason City, and they're going the same speed. I'm like, you pieces of shit, get the fuck out of the way. And they'll literally stay side by side, and you can't get by them.
Yeah. The worst is when trucks do it.
Yeah.
Because they take way
yeah.
longer.
Oh, yeah. Them motherfuckers did that shit too. I literally went like 10 minutes with these two semis. Just,
Dude,
Hey, we love our semi drivers, by the way.
Florida and Tennessee, they're 3-lane interstates or whatever, going one way. Trucks are not allowed in the left lane at all. They can only take the other two, and that's fucking money, dude. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
Go ahead,
All right.
Danny. We keep cutting you off. Go ahead, buddy.
It's all good. So,
speaking of cutting off,
if you have a choice, Rio remembers. Are you getting rid of half the girth or half the length, Jimmer?
I'm gonna have to tell you, I can't afford either one.
so
My wife is not gonna be happy either way. Like she's barely satisfied now. At least she claims she is. Well, God love her.
gotta pump that confidence up.
Yeah, jack that confidence.
She's like, all right, I need the lawn mowed today. Yeah, honey, no.
You're hanging
It's
good.
raining. It's raining.
It's
Okay.
almost too big.
Oh man, length or I'm gonna have to go girth. I got some, but half. Dude, that's a.
Yeah, dude, I got an innie at that point, so
I don't know what's half of 4. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to go.
all right, what's half of 2.5? So
It'd probably be girth, right?
it's gotta be.
It's got to be.
Like,
Or maybe not, because they say the girth is actually better for the female, I guess.
yeah, but we're not worried about her, so.
Yeah, but why would you want the length? None of
Yeah,
it matters
what,
as long as you still get the
you're
head
trying
in.
to, what, you're trying to bruise your hip bones together? Like, what the fuck?
True that.
We're just out here. We're out here rubbing hip bones together. Just like, yeah.
You're basically fucking scissoring.
Hey, bro, I got it. Yeah, that's fucking. So, remind me. Go after you answer yours. Remind me of John's story. I have to tell you this too. Okay,
my God.
but tell me what your guys' answer is.
Dude, what's that saying? Is would you rather date a dude with a tiny penis or a chick with a large clit? And like, dude,
No, would you want to? Would you want to sleep with a? You wouldn't want to sleep with a chick with an oversized clit.
yeah,
No, because
no.
the next step is a dude with an undersized dick.
So when you were like, you're basically scissoring, you're like, yeah. Yep, pretty much.
What are you giving up?
Anyway, I'm finishing.
Girth, man. It's got to be girth. I got to feel like I'm getting the pump still.
Right,
You know
still
what I'm
gotta
saying?
fuck,
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
still throwing it like
Even
I'm
if
I'm
you're
still
going from
doing
side to
something.
side now,
Dude,
now you're
right?
like,
Yeah, after you shouldn't have said the basically scissoring because I'm definitely on the losing the girth too. Because yeah, I'm still trying to.
I still want to feel like there's like I'm producing a gap and a slam.
Oh yeah, there's
Exactly.
a slam. You're not
Yeah.
just like, hey.
Like good old fashioned 1990 Skinamax porn.
Yeah, you're
Where
basically
they're
like
just right.
fucking armpit farting or something. You just fucking barely anything.
You know the
going.
channel you're not supposed to be watching when the parents went to bed?
Dude,
That one?
Do you, we were just talking about this last night. Do y'all remember those little commercials where it was Girls Gone Wild and it was like
Yes.
blurred
Yes.
out and it's like Girls Gone Wild, it was all blurred out.
And I'm like, oh,
They have a
my God.
documentary on that guy.
Do they?
Apparently on TNT or something. I'm gonna look for it on Hulu, but
Okay.
Frenchie was saying he was watching it and it was
He got his ass whooped
Crazy.
once for it. Like someone beat his ass. Like
sued and
he got sued. He got his ass whooped. So someone's daughter or something like that too.
So he said, funny story, part of that. Frenchie's like, yeah, this guy, they got drunk at the bar and they went to the bus and they signed all these waivers, disclosures, and she did her thing, right? Showed her everything, and she woke up. She was real drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
She woke up and she went to her dad, who was like a big time lawyer, and they went and they're like, you better not put her on there, take her off, or we're gonna sue. Well, he showed her the paper with. Then the paper with her name and signature on it said, fuck it, put her on the cover now. She got put on the cover.
Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, because I remember that turning into a big old thing because that's like because most of them were intoxicated, like when they were signing these or whatever. And then they were doing it for a t-shirt.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what would you do for a t-shirt? But yeah, that brings us to the end, folks.
So, real quick, I had to tell you this because he told me last night and I laughed my ass off, right?
What? Does
John-
it make sense?
No. John was telling me, he's like, me and the wife decided we want to get ourselves a little sexy time, and we're about to go in the room. We have our son watching TV in his tablet out in the living room, and he's like, they go in the bedroom, lock the door, and start getting down to business. Well, they have like an old Victorian bed frame and headboard and all that. Well, it starts wailing on the wall. His son, I shouldn't say names, his son runs down the hallway. Mom, Dad, are you okay? No, we're fine. Just go back to watching TV, whatever, blah, 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 They finish up doing their gig, and they come out, and they're like, and their son is like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys wrestling in there? They're like, hold on. Like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, it sounded like a horse.
Oh my god.
It sounded like a horse running in there. I'm like, get out of here.
Dude,
But-
it's always risky. The
Yeah.
kids in the other
Always
room.
risky.
Dude, it's always a race, man. It's always like if you don't have a lock on your door, that's what I'm saying. If you don't have a lock on your door and there's kids home, it is a race, and you're trying to I don't know what excuses you guys have used or whatever, where you try to get the kids, hey, go clean your room. I already cleaned it. God damn it. Go do this. Go outside for a minute or whatever. Hey, the older brother, make sure you're keep an eye on your sister, and you're trying to race one out because they're going to come back inside the house in like
Right.
5 minutes, regardless.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. You got to race one through. You got to try to time her out.
For sure.
Or you're making noises and then it is what it is.
What do you do?
Yeah.
That's right. I know you guys got to get to the old job early tonight. Do we have time to do part 3 or not?
Yeah. It's only
Yeah.
8:35.
What time you got to go in?
9:30.
Oh, so not super early.
No.
All right. So,
All right, so
Yeah, this is where
leaving
we're at.
off the last story, right? We went to the Ponies, went to the gay bar. Jimmer took us to the gay bar.
We did not go to the gay bar. Stop it.
I don't know.
the
what do you mean you don't know?
The Bachelor-less
Party.
Bachelor Party. We
Yeah.
at the gay bar. We're like, hey, Jimmer insults the man in the Pittsburgh outfit. We
The up down bar.
yeah. So the we see Spider-Man that's like just bearing it.
The vein.
Yeah, the
vein
veiny
popping through.
Spider-Man.
Rio, it's not a gay bar unless you see dudes on the TV going at it. I just want
Dude,
you
it
to
was
know.
pretty close
Yeah.
to like in
Yeah.
action. I
I
will
seen
agree with
dudes-
him.
Yeah, I seen dudes in the corner going at it. So
Like,
is that-
what to each their own. But if I knew it was gonna be that type of night there, they
Yeah, I'd have wore
definitely-
tighter pants.
and no underwear. So Spidey, that's what you rocking?
Right? So we head on back to the hotel, and then what happens?
But by the way, our first Uber driver was way more fun than this guy. This guy was sitting, fucking both hands on the wheel, didn't talk to us the whole time. First guy was fun as shit, man.
Hell yeah, man. You won the party.
Yeah.
You know what? But I kind of appreciate that too. I appreciate both of them, rather than the bitching type or the like this, that, and the other. Just do your job, get me to where I need to go. And we got there in one piece, so can't complain too bad. But yes, the first one was definitely more entertaining than.
Always.
And Luke always forms a bond with these guys.
Yeah, he does.
Like him, well, Rio does too. If Rio's in the front seat, it depends on if he gets a moment with him. But Luke, we usually put in the front seat with him, and he grows a bond with him. Like
Luke usually jumps in the front seat.
it jumps in the front seat, yeah. But then he like is in like 6 months he'll be in their wedding. That's
Yeah.
how it goes.
Right.
Considering the way we were sitting in the back seat, I guess it was. We should have been at the gay bar.
Or what the rest of the night was about to entail. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Danny.
I didn't know.
So we get back to the hotel.
Yeah.
We've got a bottle of booze. We've got our
Chilling
Coke,
on
Diet Coke, all
ice.
that stuff.
A big old bottle, by the way.
Big old bottle.
Big bottle.
And we already been drinking.
Yeah.
It
We
was
started there at that point, right?
What?
When we got back to the hotel.
No, we
No.
drank before that, and then where we were it
continued.
turned bad was
Where it turned-
the challenge of
yeah.
finishing that big handle
Yeah.
of liquor.
Yeah, so at this point, it's pretty late. Fuck, when did we get? Probably midnight, 1 o'clock. We
Yeah.
decided we were going to go down there. We talked to a lovely front desk gentleman.
Lovely is the way to put it.
Lovely, for sure.
We interrupted him, right?
We interrupted something for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Because he wasn't at the front,
No. If
and it took a minute for him to get up there.
yeah, if you're looking for a dude that was definitely pulling his stuff in the back office, this was this guy.
Yeah. Come around the corner, fucking shirt
Right,
half
he's
tucked in.
he's pulling bubble gum off the seat in the
Yeah,
back.
like, what
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
It's getting crazy.
It was getting crazy.
Well, the pool is closed, so I asked him, like, is there any way that we can still go swim? Like, hey, we paid for this. We didn't realize how late it was. Can we go? He's like, you know what? As long as you guys pick up after yourself, I don't care.
Yep.
But I also think he said I don't care because he had something else going in back.
Yeah, we're pretty sure he might have had cameras set up based on how the
well,
night
then
went.
then we made the rest of his night for sure. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, so we go into the pool, right, Rio?
And we all had clothes, right?
Shit,
To
we
swim.
did not.
So what did we decide to do?
Oh, hold on. Two of us forgot our bag altogether.
That's true.
Three of us forgot our bags altogether. So we didn't even have a change of clothes.
Right.
Correct.
Because this was on the fly and we were only supposed to go play golf and come back.
Right.
Yeah.
So no swimsuit, no backup clothes. What were our options, gentlemen?
let's get in the old skivvies. Let's get in the hot tub in the pool in our underwear, boys.
Yes.
Doesn't
there-
that sound like a fucking great idea?
It does.
Four dudes.
Were there any females present?
1, 2, 3. Let's see. Four guys. Four gentlemen.
Guys and 0 females.
Nobody else.
No.
That's correct.
Yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We stumble upon,
Oh no! Hold
ever
on.
so delightfully,
Well, hold on.
someone else.
We're having some toddies.
We were while having a drink. We're in like the 3-foot part of the pool.
Yeah, we're having drinks. Jimmer is swimming like a fucking, I don't know, how would you
Mermaid?
say it? A mermaid. He's doing spins and shit like he's on this synchronized swimming team.
I hadn't swam in a while, dude.
It made me think of Banner and his floating. He's just loving life.
Yeah.
I can spin in the water. Fucking shit, dude.
I feel so free. Yeah, that's because you're in your underwear. And only your underwear. It's so skin tight. Yeah, we know. We know.
So
And
we're having a
hopping
good
between
time.
that and the hot tub, too.
Yeah, Jimmer and Luke didn't like the hot tub so much. Rio and I sat in there for a little bit, bounced back and forth. And then at one point, Luke's like, fuck, I need to go get some ice.
Yeah.
And he gets out of the pool, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, somebody else ended up coming in with him when he came back to the pool, right, Jimmer?
So he tells us that he goes out there and he's asking where the ice machine is. He asks this person that is right there. Now, he's assuming this person works at the hotel. This person did not work at the hotel and came, and by the way, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning at least.
Yeah.
Someone just sitting in the lobby by themselves.
Yeah. Sketchy.
And Luke
if we were
had acted
sober, we
all
might
like,
have been like, hold on.
yeah, but we weren't.
But we were
And
not.
Luke automatically went like flipped the other way, like, oh shit, I didn't mean to offend somebody or whatever. So he hey man, we're having some drinks in the
I
pool.
wonder if
over
he
there.
told him, like, hey, it's all dudes, come on in. Because this was a guy.
Yeah, this was a guy. He brings him back. So he ends up coming in there and he just sits.
I didn't know we were allowed +1s. That's bullshit.
Yeah, Luke brought back another feller and he sat there at the
And
table
watched us in the pool.
He
Very
watched us in the
close
pool.
to the pool, by the way. He sat right on the edge of the pool.
Yeah, I think we got him a drink. Did we finally?
We got him a drink.
We got him a drink.
He had a drink. He's probably tweeting out there somewhere. He's like, I just found these 4 gay guys at this hotel.
They're all swimming.
They're all swimming.
I'm still swimming away in the fucking deep end.
Jimmer's acting like a fool. I think we see a couple go upstairs and there's a window overlooking. They just stop and stare at us like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here?
But so we're gonna touch on a couple things with this. Number one, Danny, what do you think we did for that guy that night? That was sitting in the pool. What was your like when you said what you thought we provided for him?
Yeah, so first of all, this
Sexual
guy
release.
was sexual. He was hoping for that. So this guy was sitting in the lobby of the hotel at like almost 3 a.m. on his phone. And, I mean, we're up at 3 a.m, up to no good, right? If people are up at 3 a.m. just hanging out doing nothing, there's probably something else going on, right?
Or was.
Yeah.
So my first thought was, we're this motherfucker's alibi now.
Yeah.
Now he's with a bunch of dudes. Shit, I didn't do anything. I was with these
That's the
guys.
4 gay guys in the pool. I was with them the whole time.
Whole time.
If you guys don't say I was with you for 4 hours, I'm telling them about your gay sexual acts.
Yeah, if he wasn't relying on us for an alibi, he was hoping for a beach.
Yeah,
There
for
was
sure.
One or two things.
Yeah, there was one of two things going on. He was either one looking to finish.
Yeah, because he stood. He was there for
He
a minute.
hung around.
It'd be one thing if he came in to see what was going on, and he's like, "Whoa,
was
what
like,
the
oh,
fuck?
yeah,
This is
no,
weird.
I'm out. Get out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he stuck around. So,
So-
yeah, he was one of two things, right? I'm with you there.
Yeah.
And then we provided the hotel night shift guy with some crank material for. I don't know. I know there's definitely video cameras going on. So if you see our porno going out, 4 burly bears in the pool, tag us in it. All right, at least fucking tag us in that
it was
shit.
a little-
All right.
And
It was definitely 4 gigs in a pool.
at this point, like, we're getting out of the pool to take a piss, doing whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I
Hanging
don't-
brain everywhere. It's
yeah,
whatever.
but I think most of us are in the same boat. Like, we didn't even think about the fact that we were in our underwear anymore, right?
Yeah.
No.
So at one point, we need more ice. So I go out in my motherfucking boxer briefs, okay? And I'm just like, I'm in swim trunks. So it's not even in my head, And this dude comes up again from around the corner, fucking zipping up his pants and shit. And I'm like, hey, is there anything we can use to, get fucking ice? Because early in the night, he didn't give much help to Luke. He's like, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing you can do. But the guy's like,
He had stuff on
I'm
his
like,
hands.
listen, we're just trying to, at that point, I'm feeling that good. I'm like, we're trying to fill our cups. We're trying to drink out at the pool. He's like, oh, yeah, here. And he gave me, like, I think a couple more cups or something. I don't remember what he gave me.
Yeah, cups with ice in them.
Yeah. And then he's like, here, just fill these up. That'll work for you. And I'm like,
We appreciate it.
in hindsight, he was trying to help me get fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to help us all.
I'm not done
yeah.
round 3.
Yeah, like you guys
Jergens
need-
lotion bottle took a beating that night.
did. It's like you guys aren't drunk enough yet.
Yeah,
So-
he was hoping for something else to get debating that night.
Oh, my God. It was so bad.
Anyways,
So-
happy Pride Month.
Yeah. So,
Side-
hold on.
Side
What
note,
makes this worse?
If you like take your kids to this daycare that's right behind this hotel in Des Moines, maybe switch. Because there's a fucking kids playground right outside where
Yeah.
this guy's office would be. Not good.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
There was some shady. You guys went out for some some 4 a.m. fucking
4 a.m.
breakfast pizza. Brought that back.
Yeah.
We ate it the next morning more than anything. There's a bunch. But regardless, what makes this even worse is we have our overthinking buddy by the name of Danny G here on our ride back, pointing out literally everything that makes this seem like we were definitely doing homosexual things.
Yeah. So
Which we're gonna say there's nothing wrong with. We just weren't trying to partake in.
Right.
But everything he pointed out made it worse, did it not?
Right. We didn't go to the strip club. Right after
He's
the
like,
ponies,
how did he say it though? He's like, let me get this straight.
we could have gone.
He's like, we had an option at one point to go to a titty bar.
titty bar, and we went to a gay bar.
No, he's like, then we went to. Oh, was that the gay?
We could have gone to the titty bar or hung out with each other in our underwear.
Yeah.
In the pool.
And
We
we did
chose
that.
underwear.
Yeah, we chose underwear.
Fuck. There was a lot of that on the ride back.
So I don't know what the wives would have been more upset with, like a bachelorless bachelor party, and going to the titty bar still.
Yeah.
Or
for
I know
science.
your wife and my wife are definitely contemplating what really happened. Like they're like thinking that's like they're worried. So I don't know which one that would have
They
bugged them
were
more.
the first day when we told them the story.
Sam was still
they were
going.
like-
Just the last podcast when she was right out there, she's like, "Yeah, I know what happens when." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And she's like serious. Sam knows how to do her. That she's actually one hell of a person when it comes to keeping her face straight. Like you can't tell if she's joking. I don't think she was joking.
Yeah. I mean, I got to admit, I don't know either anymore. Okay.
What'd you say
So
though?
She's not the only one.
What'd you guys say when we were coming back? Gotta go home and fuck the wife.
Got to.
But hold on, why? But no, hold on.
To wash the sins out.
Yeah, but what can't you do though? What can't you do though?
You can't give it to her too hard. It can't be the best ever because then she's like, you did that
something.
because of what just happened.
You
this
did
weekend."
something. What did you do?
And then no, you guys so.
But you can't be too gentle. It can't be like a C game either because then she's like, oh, so you're not straight anymore, right? so you got to give her
So
some
you
B
gotta-
plus game and
Just not some of that best, not some of that good,
Right. Some of that average.
some of that
Some
average,
of that average.
some of that quickie.
oh my god, man.
Yeah, we were way overthinking all that, and thanks to Danny because he just kept coming more with more and more stuff. I'm like, come on, man, this was already bad enough as it was.
Yeah.
Evidently, we called it gay on Saturdays. Is that what the group was called?
Gay Saturdays.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah, and
Spilled
again,
over to
hey,
Sundays.
I don't care. None of us give a shit if you're gay. It's all good. There's
Yeah,
no
it
hate
is
on
what
gay
it is.
people. That's
No,
just
not at all.
It's just not what we do. But
Well, we did
we did
ish.
close enough, right?
Close enough.
Close
enough.
as I want to be.
Yeah.
Listen, that first week we were back, I prayed more.
Dude, I felt so
than
I felt so
have.
guilty. I felt so nasty.
We go again.
Oh no, how many showers?
When are y'all
we took
free?
that day?
When are y'all free again?
So, but if you catch our Burly Bears in the pool video, make sure you tag us in
Yes, please do.
Yeah,
Please
let us
do.
know.
I'm not
if
embarrassed
it's
by
on
it.
Pornhub, just send it to
Yeah,
us or something.
whatever.
Hey, you can send it to any synchronized swimming coach too if you want to go ahead and hook me up. I'd like an NIL deal for my beautiful works. At least it felt like it did. It probably looks stupid as shit, but
It was great.
it was great.
Yes.
Words of wisdom. After part 3 of the Bachelor-less Bachelor Party.
Hey, words of wisdom is we could talk a lot of shit about what happened that night, but all of us would do it again.
It was a damn
Yes,
good night.
it
Yeah,
was
it was
good.
a
It
good
was
time.
a damn good
so
time.
fuck it,
Words
just
of
go
wisdom.
out, have a good time.
Don't
Live life.
catch COVID before you go on your bachelor party because then you're not going to have as much fun as we did.
That's right. You're goddamn right.
100%.
YOLO, baby.
Yep.
We had a damn good time. Nobody had their eyes gouged out. It was impressive.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that was.
And I didn't get thrown off the bed.
Oh, yeah. There's another part of the story too. I forgot. So we had 2 hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Rio, right?
Yeah.
So our room had 2 beds, right?
Ours
room-
only,
yeah.
ours,
Did
ours
they?
only
Yeah.
had ours only had
Yours
one.
had 2
Ours
beds?
only had one.
Hold on. Yeah, this is real weird. Hold on. We missed a big
We
chunk
did.
of the story.
Did you ever try to skip over it?
Did you ever try to really skip over this? They tell us the next morning.
Yeah, we did.
They
We
fucking
did.
tell us. They go, yeah, dude. All of a sudden, we like jolt awake in the middle of the night, and we're both sleeping in the same bed, right? Kind of like that one where you use the one for sex and the one for sleeping. That was him, motherfuckers, over there. Like, no, the sins were committed in that bed. We're gonna come over here where it's clean.
Hold on. Now we. I left the stained bed. I went to a fresh one. I woke up next. I'm like, what the fuck? I did the one where Danny transported into my bed. Remember that story?
I was a sinner.
I'm like,
in that
I woke up
bed.
like, what the fuck?
I was a sinner in that bed.
How
I'm
much
a
did I
Christian
drink?
over here.
Well, I know my butthole wasn't hurting, so I know I wasn't the one catching.
Hey,
But I jumped into that other one, like, motherfucker. Well, by the way, I decided to go to bed in wet ass boxers, of course, because you're not going to sleep in nothing, because we didn't have anything. So the bed is fucking soaked. Don't know if it's urine or water.
What is going on here?
I have no idea. It didn't smell like piss, but you don't know when you
Yeah,
have that
you
much
don't
water
know.
going on.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys had the same thing, but like
We slept in separate beds.
No, not. I didn't say that. I'm saying your bed. Like, what'd you sleep in? Let's talk about that then.
we were naked.
Yeah, we were naked.
You're naked.
different beds.
Shut up.
Different.
Shut up. No, you weren't.
Different beds.
Dude, that made me worse.
We were actually eating pizza. We were crossing each other's arms. and eating pizza right before we
I
passed
do
out.
remember Danny standing there just like a savage
trying to
over the
stand
fucking
up.
pizza box. And he's like this far from the TV, right?
Dude, before
that booze
when I
went
woke
down
up,
good.
I thought I ate that whole box of pizza. I'm like, oh, that was so good.
You only ate like 2-3
yeah,
pieces.
I was telling Rhea that the next day. I thought I fucking ate way more.
We came
than I
in and
did.
had some more fucking of that pizza in the morning.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because I think there was like maybe, I don't know, there's maybe 2/3 left of that pizza.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is shocking because me and Danny could smash one of those ourselves, and then you have, I don't know what you were feeding on that you weren't eating pizza.
Yeah, y'all were smashing something.
What
over
were you
there.
eating?
Box.
You weren't eating pizza.
Booty hole.
He can eat that. He can eat that amount himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you give him the rusty trombone?
You damn right I did.
Damn right.
Fucking chili ringer, fucking special.
All right. Jesus.
So
right.
recap words of wisdom. So YOLO, basically.
Yeah,
right?
YOLO,
Have a
baby.
fucking good time.
Have a good time.
We had a
Doesn't
damn
matter.
good time. I wouldn't change any part of it.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not sleeping in the bed with another dude.
I was gonna say, are you sure? Hold on.
I feel like there's
Some shit's out of control. I don't fucking remember passing out in that bed, and I probably claimed that bed, but I don't know. I think I claimed the bed that I actually eventually jumped into when I woke up and realized what the fuck. I'm like, why in the fuckery is it?
Yeah.
So
All we
I don't
needed
know.
was a few sweater vests to complete our night.
So this one was probably me. I don't know.
Yep.
that'd have been great.
I don't know. You having a matching suit kind of took the sweater vest part out of it. You didn't need it.
What do you mean?
Because he had the matching.
I had a matching shirt with the dude.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that kind of covers that part. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. Walmart special.
This all started from Danny or from Luke and Jared's asshole asses, fucking the shots, sending the shots.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they started sending shots, and then we sent shots, and
Then the second round came back around, and Rio's like,
crazy.
I want to keep drinking, but I can't if we're going to keep doing this. And Danny's like,
listen, I'm
"That's
already
all
hammered.
Dan-
I'm
that's
already
all
hammered,
Dan-
and I gotta drink. I gotta drive.
2 hours. Danny's like, that's all Danny needed to hear was the very beginning of it. Danny's like, hey, we're staying. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So just kind of a short recap. Our day started with the Bachelor got COVID. We're canceling this trip.
Miles.
And that turned into at 2 a.m. we were in a pool in our underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live comes at you fast.
It comes fast, but
That's what she said.
let it come.
Just let it go.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. All right, gentlemen.
Boom. It is time to wrap her up. That was the last segment, the last part of the Bachelor-less Bachelor Party. Hopefully when we can take him out, we'll have a story just as good
Yeah.
as that, since he couldn't make it. But if you happen to find the video, the podcast, whatever, anywhere online, make sure you give us a like, share, rating, the whole thing. Ratings are a big deal. We don't ask for that enough, but they can really help kind of spread the word. But where's it available, Jimmer?
Anywhere and everywhere you can possibly think of. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music,
Podbean.
Podbean, Player FM, and
Many more.
And YouTube. Did I say YouTube? I didn't say YouTube. YouTube's a big one too.
YouTube again.
Yes.
Let's go.
YouTube times 3.
Yes.
And we love to tell goddamn stories.
Yes.
It's too bad Sean wasn't able to make the podcast tonight because that motherfucker has some stories too.
Yeah, I
For
can't wait.
sure.
Really good on
We
it.
will be getting them on.
Yes.
Absolutely. But if you have a story you want us to tell, anything funny, shit talking, whatever the case is, make sure you slide.
Into our DMs. Tell us that story. We can omit the names. We can tell the names. It doesn't matter. We'll get it out to everyone who wants to hear it. Make sure if you're into working out and looking for a workout app, Download Fitbod. Use our code 3GIG for 25% off. It's an awesome workout app. Remember, we got hats and shirts for sale,
Yes.
so hit us up if you need any 3GIG gear for sure. And, hey, if you're liking our content and you're feeling a little generous, throw us a little tip just to help us keep producing all this content for everybody to put out there. We're all busy guys and trying to provide the best content available for everyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Well, also, you know what? When it comes to sliding into the DMs, you just heard the story about this. If you would have changed anything that night, let us know what you would have changed.
Not a damn thing.
I want to hear some shit talking from some people.
They better not say sodomy.
Yeah,
for the love of God.
I would have changed where you got in your underwear. I got naked.
When I said YOLO, we draw the line at sodomy, baby.
Hey, listen, if we get enough comments, we're going to throw them in a hat and we're going to pick one. Next time we go out, that's what's going to happen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on.
By him
What the
saying that,
hell?
he's accepting being the bottom regardless.
No.
Bottom bears. Tag
Yeah.
us.
Bottom bears. Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Wet bottom bears.
All right. On that note, we'll get the hell out of here. Jesus. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is 3 Gig Sports.
We out.
Discussions, I've been writing, I love it.